The mental imagery you hold within your mind translates into corresponding neurochemical responses within the brain. When I envision feelings of affection, my brain releases delightful substances into the bloodstream, such as dopamine for pleasure and oxytocin for forming connections with others. A hormone for growth, aptly named growth hormone, fulfills its role as expected. Thus, when immersed in love, the release of this growth hormone occurs, amplifying one's vitality. Consequently, people in the throes of love experience enhanced well-being, radiating a noticeable glow that attests to their profound affection. This phenomenon can be attributed to the intricate chemistry within the blood, which orchestrates cellular behavior. However, what transpires if the mental image I hold is tinged with fear? In such a scenario, love-oriented chemistry remains elusive. Instead, stress-related hormones and agents surge, impacting the immune system and beyond. Indeed, a distinct chemical milieu comes into play, much like diverse chemical compositions influence genetic activity within a laboratory environment. Consider suddenly the realization that your thoughts are skillfully translated into corresponding chemical reactions, effectively dictating your genetic expression. In light of this, a shift in genetics necessitates a transformation of thought, rendering cellular alteration unnecessary. For those seeking to revolutionize their existence, to fashion a novel personal reality, altering one's personality stands as a prerequisite. Transformation, in essence, emerges as the underlying principle. True transformation remains elusive until one embraces change. A decade of exploration has culminated in an explanation of the dynamics of change. Ponder the immense volume of thoughts, upwards of 60,000 to 70,000 per day, with a staggering 90% mirroring those of the preceding day. This perilous repetition spawns stagnation, leading to unvarying choices, behaviors, and consequently, experiences. Emanating experiences, in turn, engender familiar emotions, thus perpetuating a self-reinforcing cycle. The interplay extends beyond emotions to biology, neural pathways, neurochemistry, hormones, gene expression, and immunity, everything entrenched. In customary circumstances, profound shifts demand crises, traumas, or losses. Nevertheless, a pivotal moment arises when change is consciously chosen, ushering in a fresh, personal paradigm. This heralds metacognition, a cerebral marvel, the domain of the forebrain, home to consciousness. Therein lies the ability to analyze our thoughts, observe our actions, and discern our emotions. Routine thought, action, and feeling sow neural patterns, such that over time, they govern us autonomously, devoid of conscious awareness. However, the instant these patterns are recognized, the balance shifts, consciousness detached from programming, transformation's inception. Hence, an individual must attain such awareness of their subconscious self that unconsciousness relinquishes its grip. How often must we forget before we cease forgetfulness and instead remember? This constitutes change's precipice. A pursuit of contentment, confidence, and positivity beckons. Attainment rests on engraving favorable responses so deep that enduring happiness, confidence, and optimism prevail regardless of circumstance. This pinnacle is reached through proven steps, embraced by countless souls, yielding near certain results. Foundational is the acceptance of absolute responsibility, demonstrated through selective thinking, harboring constructive thoughts while shunning destructive ones. This is cognitive control, a mental orchestration of positivity, breeding automatic responses to life's trials. A foundational technique involves positive self-dialogue, uttering affirmations that mold self-perception. Scientists reveal that high achievers converse differently, dictating emotional undertones. The inner narrative shapes your world, gleeful or melancholic, positive or adverse. For instance, a traffic altercation could spark anger or understanding, depending on your inner conversation. Positive self-talk begins with interpreting life favorably, a mental shift akin to an inverse paranoid's perspective, embracing life's lessons and opportunities. Serendipity emerges as a mental practice, unveiling positivity even in adversity, in alignment with the law of expectations. As Napoleon Hill suggests, successful individuals find opportunity even in hindrance, a mindset preserving positivity. Anticipating events, infuse self-talk with optimism, a powerful approach for bolstering self-confidence. "I can do it" serves as a mantra against failure's grip, diminishing its sway on self-assurance. "I like myself" forms another potent affirmation, catalyzing self-esteem elevation and improved performance. For enhanced job performance, declare love for your work, channeling the energy of positive self-talk. Stone and Hill propose affirmations such as, "I feel happy," "I feel healthy," "I feel terrific," an approach that nurtures optimism and cheer. Banish worry through affirming belief in the perfect outcome, an antidote to fretfulness. Ultimately, self-talk is your tool for steering emotions, crafting a resilient mindset, and sculpting an uplifting reality.